Hello and good morning or good afternoon, everyone. This is Mike with the Insurance Specialist Podcast, your home for relevant insurance information. We are going to a video format as well, so you can either watch the video presentation with the live webcam feed, or you could just listen to it once we post it online. But here is where we talk about irrelevant insurance information and your chance to be part of the conversation. So feel free to put your questions, comments, concerns, threats, promises in the question area of the user panel if you are with us live. If not, we'll post some of those questions and comments in the show notes section. But thank you all for joining. Again, this is Mike Gatorna, your host for the podcast. And today we're going to talk about, well, first, the Sales Summit, which we just had at Senior Marketing Specialist here in Columbia, Missouri. Talk about some highlights there, and then we'll talk about social media a little bit as well. So if you attended the Sales Summit, we had over 400 agents attend the Sales Summit on May 25th of this year, which just was 2 days ago. It was a huge success. I want to thank everyone for coming out. We're going to do a lot of follow-up sessions, either via videos, podcasts, webinars, posts on our blog, so watch for those things. We had a lot of vendors come out. We had Aetna sponsor our breakfast. We had UHC sponsor our lunch. We had Rocket Referrals out there talking about how to gain more referrals, Legacy Safeguard, Bankers Fidelity, Medico, Heartland. We also had a couple different vendors out there as well. We had the American Cancer Society and the Missouri Veterans Commission. They were both out there, obviously not part of the insurance industry, but still they deal a lot with our clientele. So it's important to reach out not only to vendors that are insurance direct, i.e. carriers or CRM companies or referral companies, lead companies. We also want to make sure we're paying attention to nonprofits, because nonprofits, I hate to say it, but they do actually make us look better when we're associating with them. You know, when you're talking about the American Cancer Society, you're talking about these organizations that have the consumer's best interest in mind and are doing research and trying to come up with a common cure for a disease, it looks good for you to do that. It also makes you a well-informed agent. So reach out to those nonprofits, pull their information, spread the word for them, because the more they get their word out there and the more people they help, the more they can apply for grants and extra funding from government and private sources. So so definitely partner with them. They are always looking for partnership opportunities. We have a great guide. This is a copy of our Sales Summit guide, which I was just looking at. There are all the vendors that came out. So if you see on the screen there they all are. If you want, again, if you missed it, weren't able to attend, please let us know, or watch SMS University, because we're going to have a lot of follow-up sessions there. But one thing I want to talk about, which was a hot topic, which I talked about with one of our colleagues here, Sarah, we talked about social media and what to do there. And we want to talk about two main facets of social media, because they're very different, but both have equal opportunity. One is LinkedIn, and the other is Facebook. Now, obviously, LinkedIn is more a professional social media network where you're going to connect with other business professionals. And the way we could harness this as an insurance agent is you could partner with people in the field, such as nonprofits, or other people in the field that deal with the same clientele you do: estate planning attorneys, CPAs, P&C agents. You could also partner with home health companies, hospice companies. You could partner with sorry, I blanked out there, civic organizations through LinkedIn as well, your Chamber of Commerce people, all these Rotary Club and such. You can have more of a direct contact through LinkedIn, start a conversation with them, and start a referral source, or to get yourself better known in the community. Because the more people know about you, both online and in your community, the more referrals you would get through time and simply word of mouth. So make sure you are using LinkedIn to reach out to other local professionals and send them a message. Connect with them, join some of the groups they belong to. A little side note there, if you both belong to the same group, you can message them direct. And you could say, hey, I'm a local Medicare expert. I sell Medicare insurance to seniors, and I know you probably work with a lot of seniors. I was wondering if we can, maybe share resources so I could be an asset to your clients and you can be an asset to mine. And then maybe meet over coffee or over lunch or breakfast. Typically, breakfast is more of a power meeting because it's beginning of the day. You got your mindset on getting structured and getting going for the day. So I always recommend breakfast meetings, and I love coffee, so that helps too. But make sure you're connecting with them, because you never know when your first referral is coming in. I shared this story. I visited a Rotary Club in Kansas City where I sold, and my first time I went there, I just went there as a guest with a friend of mine, and I got a sale because I had someone come up to me and say, hey, my mom's aging into Medicare, can you help her? And I went and signed her up for a Medicare supplement plan. So you never know when your next referral is going to come to. So even though that's not your direct referral source, they have friends, family, colleagues, employees that may be Medicare eligible. So if LinkedIn, use it for these professional connections and start a professional referral relationship. Now Facebook obviously is very different. Facebook's much more personal, and a lot of agents had mixed reviews on it. Do I allow my clients to be part of my personal social page or personal Facebook page? And the answer is it depends on your personal Facebook page. You know, as I said at the Sales Summit, if you are doing keg stands and showing pictures of that on your Facebook feed, I don't think that's so professional for your clients to see. But if you are showing, very innocent pictures of your kids, family events, stuff you're going to, people like that connection. They feel more of a personal connection when they know these things about you. So it depends on your Facebook feed. Now you can always group your friends and colleagues and clients into different sets. So if you're posting some stuff you don't want your client to see, you can filter it for friends only. Another thing is some agents said they have two personal pages, one for friends and family and one for clients. So you can do, I can do Mike Gatorna for my clients and Michael Gatorna for my friends and family. So it just depends on how I mix that up. Now, also, a business page is vital to have on there as well, so to show that you have an agency, and it's great for SEO as well. Another thing you want to do with social media is Google your name. I showed an example on the screen on the presentation. I Googled Mike Gatorna and I Googled Michael Gatorna, and I got very different results. LinkedIn, just so you know, was top on both, but I'm also very active on LinkedIn, so I had LinkedIn come up on both. It was the same profile, but then there were different results. And one of the results that came up was there's another Mike Gatorna in Arizona that put solar panels on his house. Well, that's okay if my clients read that because they know it's not me, and it was in Arizona. But what if your name is John Smith and there's 50 different John Smiths in the area and one just got arrested? Your clients may not realize that's not you. They may think, oh my gosh, my friend told me to use John Smith as my agent, and it says here on the local news that he just got arrested for robbing a bank. Even though it wasn't you, you want to make sure that these stories as they come out, you know what's out there. Because there could be people with your same name doing very wrong things, and you don't want to be mistaken for that person. So every now and then, it would behoove you to Google yourself, different variations of your name. If you're Bob Smith, you could do Robert Smith, Rob Smith, and Bob Smith. Google all three and see what results come up. Under white pages, under my name, there were 3 listings, and all 3 were wrong. They had bits and pieces that were right, but none of them were 100% correct. So one was almost me, one was not quite me, and one was almost there, as I said in the results. So as you see these links come up, click on them too, see what they say about you. So make sure you're very aware, if you're going to be more active on social media, if someone Googles your name, what they're going to find. And again, you don't want to be mistaken because you have the same name as someone else. So with Facebook, we're going to have a webinar soon on SMS University on the social media breakout sessions, along with all the other breakout sessions as well that were displayed there. So if you were there, great. Thank you so much for supporting SMS and coming out to the session. If you weren't there, that's okay. We're going to do a lot of various breakout sessions virtually, if you would, on SMS University next month. So watch over the next couple of weeks in doing that. And again, go to LinkedIn. So the takeaway here is go to LinkedIn and connect with a couple local business professionals. Go to Facebook and start connecting with your clients either through a business page or through a separate personal page, or just use their personal page. I talked to a couple clients, or excuse me, a couple agents that said they just use their own personal page with their clients and they're fine with that. And the last thing is Google yourself, because again, you don't want to be misassociated with the wrong person. So thank you very much for being part of the podcast. Again, this is Mike Catorna. You can find this at SBS University or Health Agents Network. We'll get up here sometime next week. And go out there, have fun, make money, give impeccable service. Thanks, everyone.